What's going on, guys? I'm on my way to Publix right now. I'm still sick. I've been sick all weekend. I've been sick. I was sick Friday, I was sick yesterday, and I'm still sick today. But hopefully I'll be better tomorrow, because tomorrow I have my shift in the news center, so that's an issue. But yeah, I'm on my way to Publix right now because I'm literally all out of food. I don't want to go, but gotta do what you gotta do, because I'll literally oh no, I missed a yard sale yesterday. Just saw a sign, that's what I was looking at. I would have so gone, but yeah, like I'm pretty sick, but I'm still gonna go. And tonight is the Super Bowl. I literally know nothing about football. I don't care about football. The only semblance of care I formerly had about football was for the Florida Gators, which I've lost all team spirit for. So I really don't care about football at all. But Habad's having a Super Bowl party. I went last year, so I'm gonna go again this year. Get some good food, drinks, have a good time, even though I'm sick. But yeah, can't think of anything else to talk about. Yeah. We're hailing right now. There's literal hail. This is crazy. I was like sitting there, I'm like, is there like rain in my room right now? Why is it so loud? I was literally just saying that and then you came to the door. This is insane. It's not cold out though.
This is going in the group chat.
Yeah. This is relevant. Yeah, that's literally ice. It's not cold though.
Oh god.
This is crazy. That's on with Zachary. Speak.
Hello.
Yeah, in this dark weathery days, we're gonna try some Dunkin' Donuts flavored Pop-Tarts. I'm just for the taste test. I'm gonna break off the crust and eat like the center.
That's a good idea.
Okay, let's do that.
I wish I could be there testing these with you, but I can't because I don't have them.
It's really interesting.
Does it taste like the coffee?
Tastes like coffee ice cream.
Oh yeah, that'll be coffee flavored for you.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't think you can really capture the flavor in it or the bitterness of coffee and flavor.
It tastes like coffee ice cream. That's what my biggest comparison would be. But it's good. Coffee ice cream is good. That's the verdict. If you like coffee ice cream, you'll probably like this theme song.
There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for One Piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Yo!
You're a cunt! Yeah! Joshy.
Don't give it up.
Alberta.
Don't give it up.
Zach.
Don't give it up. 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 Set sail for One Piece.
Yo, what's going on? It's Thursday morning. I'm tired because I haven't had coffee yet, so I'm like sort of half asleep still, but there's something I want to talk about, get off my chest, and this is that you probably associate me with like people, certain people that I don't know very well sometimes call me the anime guy. But the truth is, other than weeklies, I have not, like, I can't remember the last time I sat down and watched a show. I could be wrong, but I think it might have been last summer was the last time I sat down and watched a show, like, all the way through. An anime show, not a live action show. I've watched live action shows since then, and cartoons. But the issue is, like, I mean, I've watched weeklies, like, I usually end up watching 1 or 2 shows every season, 1 or 2 new shows every season, and I still watch One Piece, even though the anime version of it is trash at this point. But, so I was trying to figure out the root of why I've sort of fallen out of this medium that I still so heavily associate myself with, and still hope have so much left, good content left to consume. Like, there's so many good shows I haven't watched yet, and shows that might be my favorites. Like, I'm really hyped. I've been hyped for a while to watch Eureka 7 and Hunter x Hunter, because I know those will probably be my favorites. But I guess the whole issue is that something has been blocking me from watching as many shows as I would like, anime as I would like. Like, if I could just, and I'm gonna make a goal, but here, let me talk. I think the whole thing preventing me is my YouTube watch later. Every time a video that I want to watch, I'm putting by someone I'm subscribed to is uploaded, I add it to my watch later. Very convenient tool. You can keep track of videos so you don't lose videos that you'll watch and just completely forget about them if you need them. Watch Later I've been using for years. Before I knew Watch Later was a built-in feature, I made my own Watch Later playlist. I mean, I've been using Watch Later for years. It's literally the core of my YouTube consumption patterns at this point. I'll add things to my Watch Later throughout the day. I'll go home, I'll watch some of them. The problem is, now my Watch Later is unmanageable. It's probably like, I think over like 40 hours right now to watch my whole Watch Later. And that's a problem, because it happens to Zach too. He has a really Watch Later problem. He hasn't watched a show in God knows how long. I don't remember this last show I watched was Space Patrol Luluco, but that's really short. Anyway, it's a problem, because my entire media consumption is mostly spent watching YouTube now, because of how far I pull. Because YouTube is created, I'm only subscribed to about 100 people. 100, like, out of those people, probably only 75% are active content creators. But it's overwhelming, because once you add stuff to your Watch Later, and as you're finishing that stuff, more stuff comes out that you add to your Watch Later. So it's an endless cycle. Once it gets to 40, once it gets past like 10 hours, it's endless. Because let's say we have 4 hours in your Watch Later. You could say, okay, I'm going to bang that one sitting and start fresh. You can't do that once you get to 40 hours, because every time you have a session, enough will come to fill up that session. That's the problem. I don't know what to do about it, but I'm going to make a resolution, because I feel like I'm abandoning a medium that has done so much for me. So, from now on, my goal, I don't know if I'll actually follow through on this, but it's my goal, is to watch at least one full anime series a week. This could be 12 episodes, it could be short episodes, it could be long episodes, it could be 24 episodes, it could be 64 episodes, I don't know. But if it's a show like Hunter x Hunter, where it's 140 something episodes, that will be probably like a month, or 2 or 3 weeks of content. But yeah, that's pretty much my goal. And I wonder if any of you have advice, please comment below, because I'm really gonna need it. I finally fucking did it. It's been weeks. I've been training at this for so long. I got an Incineroar. Incineroar is my buddy, my comrade, my pal now. He's my best friend. I finally beat Totem Mimikyu, the hardest boss in any Pokemon game ever. What do you have to say, Zach?
I'm getting fucked up by the champion.
I beat Totem Mimikyu. I did it. I can continue the game. I could do it. I can actually finish the game now. I can actually do it. Okay, this shot's over. Oh, what's going on? Today's like the first day in forever that I am not busy and don't have like a ton of work or plans. So I literally have nothing, and I'm not sick, and so I literally have nothing today. So I'm like, this is great. So I was actually just going to play racquetball. Sona's small bit. Anyway, I was supposed to. I think I was supposed to play racquetball with Shorty this morning. I've never played racquetball before. I don't know, but yeah, she woke up with exactly what I had last week. So, was definitely nowhere near in shape to do anything athletic, obviously. So, she's been sick all day. So, I wanted to go, I'm like, oh, I'll go to Second and Charles today, because I try to make Second and Charles trips a monthly thing. I love Second and Charles. It's one of my all-time favorite stores. And, I haven't been in a while. I haven't been since, like, the first week I got to get moved in. But the thing is, so the goddamn RTS is terrible. For a bus system that's what let people's lives depend on, it's, like, people need the RTS to get to work and stuff. It's really bad. I can't complain because it's done my thing, but for, like, an hour, I'm, like, trying to load times, and it says, like, it's like the indeterminate line or dash or whatever, and I'm like, people have no way of knowing when this bus is going to come to this stop, and it's the route to get to Second Charles, by the way. So I walk to the stop, and I'm like, I'm just going to sit here until it comes. Finally, I get it to load, and sure enough, it's like what's it called? It's like an hour and a half, and I'm like, that's such bullshit. Like, how can a bus that people's lives depend on be coming every hour and a half? So I'm like, okay, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to walk, depending on your speed. So I'm just gonna walk at that point, get the exercise. But yeah, so I'm on my way right now. I'm guessing I'm about halfway there. I don't know. It sucks because it's hot out, but not really much you can do. Because I hope I have a way to get back. That's something I didn't think through, but I mean, worst comes to worst, I can walk again. There's also Goodwill near there, so I might stop in there. I'll obviously show my pickups later if I end up buying anything. But I can't really think of much else to talk about right now. Talk about yesterday. Last night was a pretty fun night. Perry had his usual, not every week, but every couple weeks for bringing. So that was fun. Abad was good. Rabbi Barrel was out this week, so it was interesting, but it was good. There was a lot less people there this week, so it was a little bit more intimate, which is typically better. But yeah, I have nothing else to talk about. Good night. I just realized I never showed my pickups from Second and Charles today, and to be quite honest, it was probably one of the best Second and Charles hauls I've gotten yet. I probably spent a total of like about 18 bucks on this, and it's insane because literally I got so much good stuff. And that's always when I really go to Second Charles. So Second Charles sponsor me. I'm giving you good press right now. Give me a sponsorship. You won't regret it. Anyway, jumping right in here. A couple of these purchases. I'll do the two non-nostalgia purchases first, and the nostalgic purchases to close off this pickups. Continuing my One Piece collection. Obviously, every time I see a cheap One Piece volume, I have to get it because I'm collecting them all, baby. And we got volume 15 from the Little Garden arc. Yeah, another step in my collection. There's not much to say. I don't know why I didn't own this already. I actually thought I owned it, but I realized I actually didn't. First volume of Full Metal Alchemist. I don't like that it's holographic. It kind of makes it look cheaper, even though it's supposed to look cool. I would prefer if it was just like, you know what I mean, like traditional cover. But I guess I have the first volume of probably my second favorite manga series, behind One Piece. Okay, continuing on. This is a very nostalgic manga volume for me, because this is, thinking back, this is probably not the first, but probably I'd say definitely probably the second manga volume I've ever read. Period. I haven't read in this series beyond this point, this volume, but I read this as a kid so many times, and I actually have a really interesting story, but well, let me show it. It's the first volume of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. I have not read anything past it, but to me this far outweighs any other piece of Yu-Gi-Oh media out there, just this volume, because there's literally no card games. If you didn't know, there's no card games in this manga, in this volume. I mean, free poster offer. I was gonna say, like, I would have gotten pretty excited there, but yeah, so this volume, I discovered manga through Naruto, and that's how I discovered anime and manga. Before that, I'd never heard of it. And I found the manga section in my library. I bought volume, I don't remember which volume it was of Naruto. I think volume 23 during the Sasuke retrieval arc, and that was my first manga volume. And so that was the first manga volume I ever read, and that's what taught me how to read manga. But then this was the second one, because I found my manga section at my library, my local library as a kid, and I got this volume, and I checked it out, kept on renewing it, kept on checking it out. I read this probably like total 20 times in a row. And an interesting thing for me is that there's some pretty sexual undertones in this manga volume, and and my parents didn't restrict it. They thought it was a kid's comic, so this was really my first introduction to anything sort of lewd or risque. It was I never had even known what like anything sexual was at that point. But yeah, that's it. It's a little interesting. Shows where my fucked upness came from. Anyway, yeah, but this was really cool to find again, and I'm really looking forward to actually reading it again, because this was a little piece of childhood that I never thought I'd really see again, to be honest. I don't plan on reading any more of the series. I'm pretty sure, like, right after this, they introduced the cards. But, yeah, like, that everyone knows and loves. But, like, yeah, this was the first volume. Finally, to conclude, another piece of nostalgia. Unfortunately, it does not come with the poster. It was supposed to, because it is used. However, this is something straight out of my childhood. Like, when I saw that on the shelf, I was like almost in tears, really. This is probably one of the most nostalgic items I've ever purchased. I don't know what happened to my original copy. I really don't, because I would have cherished this. I really don't. But I used to have this exact strategy guide growing up as a kid, the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker Prima official strategy guide. I had, and it came with a poster of the sea chart, and I had that on my wall for a couple of years. This was, like, Wind Waker is pretty much a huge part of my childhood, and it's still my all-time favorite game. And when I got this as a gift, because of how much I love Wind Waker, I literally just read it cover to cover over and over again like a book. I still remember like the way it was set up. I would literally just read it like it was a novel, and just read like the walkthroughs over and over and over again. And I remember I had never played Ocarina of Time, because all I had was a GameCube, and I didn't know how. It turns out Ocarina of Time isn't even. But they just gave like an excerpt in the back. I remember that's from the from Ocarina of Time, and it's just like small strategies I read, and I was so amazed with that. I was so ready to play that, but I didn't know it wasn't a GameCube game, so I could never. That was the reason I could never find it. They eventually did release it in the GameCube, but I read this strategy guide cover to cover like a book. It was pretty weird, but I don't know what happened to it. I'm so happy to finally have it again. It's crazy. 2 very nostalgic items and 2 new items for my collection of stuff, media, I guess. But yeah, that's my pickups today. Probably one of, if not the best, second and draw skull I've ever gotten.